Thoughtful Dining with an Apex Predator by Wright. Chapter 5. There has to be a way out to the deck through the kitchen, she thought. He looks really distracted with his meal. Those knives look like they could do some real damage. I could grab one. Creak. The floor squeaked under her footsteps. Or not. There has to be a good weapon somewhere on this ship. It's not worth a sure end as a human daiquiri to get one weapon that may have little effect on their alien anatomy, she thought. Slurp, gurgle. Oh no, he's coming to the end of his drink. I have to get out of here, she thought. Uh-oh. The amazingly slim chance that she would escape its notice was the most logical path for continued existence. Am I better off running, she thought. Bump, rattle. Bump, rattle. Just thirsty, she thought. He must not be able to see me. Let me help you. Good. Okay, he doesn't see me. He's almost passed out, she thought. Gurgle. The other one will reach the bottom of his drink in a few moments. Best to be out of here before he does. Her plan for this trip had just been abruptly changed. She found herself at a moment that could define the human race or bring on its end. Can I really manage to kill the Okavanaugh that are on the ship right now? That is doubtful after seeing what they did to a room full of humans, she thought. I may be able to get away, but could I get anyone to believe me before a gigantic boatload of blood made it to who knows how many starving vampires? After seeing them in action, a small number of them might be able to conquer us on their own. Guess I'll save the world, right after I get that spermicide. Wait, what horrors lurk in the vaginas of their women that Okavanaugh sperm need teeth? Thoughtful Dining with an Apex Predator by Wright. Chapter 6. The trip up to the bridge and crew quarters searching for a weapon had been a bust. Likewise, the Okavanaugh had destroyed all the communication equipment and she wasn't close enough to a cell tower and land to get signal. The only hope was someone radioed for help before they got drank up, but the governments on the coast were in disarray and wouldn't be much help. In the previous decade, maybe a passing U.S. Navy ship would have received a call. That was less likely now that their funding had been drastically cut in favor of the U.S. Space Force and whatever it is that they do. Back to the toothy seamen. Is it them, plural, or is it just like one large one? Wait, should I be more worried about killing a sperm before it can impregnate me? Or before I die from blood loss when they chew through my insides, she thought. She stood still, trying to see if she could feel it inside her. She wiggled her hips a little, trying to slosh it around and maybe provoke it into action. Her stomach churned and she vomited for the first, but not the last time that night. Day after pill. One is enough for humans, but two might be better for aliens. Need to try everything. Spermicidal lubricants, check. I'll take both tubes. A scalpel. I guess that'll have to do for a weapon. It's good enough for killing a human, but who knew how deep the important organs were in these creatures? Still better to have something as a last resort. Oh yeah, the blood. I have to do something about all that. I can't let them have a free meal when they wake up. One beer can. One obviously dead, blood-drained corpse. One Okavanaugh can't be far behind, she thought. After checking the other beds for aliens, she finds a weapon. Do they have blood or just drink it, she thought. Snap. Not the side I wanted the pointy end on, and how is it not pointy on both sides? The broom head is really glued on tight. At least it's wood. Maybe a stake through the heart will do it, she thought. Darn broomhead. It'll have to do. I may not get many chances to find a defenseless, solitary Okavanaugh. A vampire from myth can be killed by a stake through the heart. Actually, medically speaking, a stake through the heart kills anything with just one heart. She sized up the left breast of the creature and started to think of how much resistance she would get from the skin or the ribs if it had any. Wait, how can I be sure its heart is in the left side of its chest? Oh well, be back. No matter if the heart is there or not, it will be seriously wounded and won't be able to counter my next move. Okay. Arg. Must be operating on instinct because it still hasn't opened its eyes yet. He thought. Zzz, it went back to contentedly snoring. They aren't even textbook vampires who are vulnerable when they sleep, he thought. I have to destroy the ship. I have a few hours where they will be passed out, drunk, and I can do what I want. The ship's hull has got to be way too thick for me to put a hole in it. I toured the ship's engine room after coming aboard. There were no gas cans or fuel containers that I could use to set fires. That's probably a good thing most of the time, but not if you have an infestation of vampires. I could set the engines to overload and blow it up like in old movies, but why would there be a setting on an engine to blow it up? Sheesh. I probably couldn't think of a way to destroy a ship of this size with the tools at my disposal, even if I had a bachelor and master's degree in engineering. Author's note, I do, and I can't. I can't leave food behind for these things. I'm not going to make it easy for them, she thought, as she threw the blood bags overboard. Splash. Wait.